Fat Guy and Little Sips. Ladies and gentlemen, it's another episode of Fat Guy, Little Sips and his homeboy.
Hank Danger.
Wow, that's kind of a delay, man. Were you thinking about what to say, or is it like, what's my name again? I mean, what's going on?
I thought I tried to vary up, man. Why does Hank Danger have to be said the same way every week? Maybe I'll.
Oh, that's right.
Keep people
Hank
guessing.
Danger.
I mean, you gotta get people past the first 5 seconds, right? You want them to. Go, man. I at least got to see how he's going to do Hank Danger.
I've been looking at our analytics. They don't usually get past the first 30 seconds.
Our Spotify analytics or our YouTube analytics?
Oh, I don't know. Have you seen our Spotify analytics?
5 people listened to the first episode 3 days after it went on air.
First episode or second? Because
first one.
I haven't 2 up there.
I haven't looked at the analytics for the second one. It's probably fantastic.
Okay, because I'll say this: the first episode had some issues with stereo mono. But the second episode was on point.
Oh, yeah. We got that all figured out, baby. All figured out. Right.
I mean, I thought it sounded good when I was listening to it, but then my daughter got on and she goes, I can't even hear Paul. And I was like, what are you talking about? So I showed her mine and she's like, I can hear it. Why can't, is something wrong with my headphones? We had to go through the settings, and it was not the headphones. It was the recording.
No. It was only a select few heard my beautiful voice on the first podcast. And if you were lucky enough to hear my voice, that means you get to come see a live taping of Fat Guy Little Sips with Hank Danger next Tuesday night. All right. Yeah, it's like the golden ticket.
Next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday, we'll fly up to Billy's, or we'll sit you can sit in the kitchen.
So we're gonna have an episode before we meet up for our birthday.
Oh yeah,
birthday?
I say we do. I say we do a quick little. What is the whiskey we drink before a 4-day distillery tour?
How about Gatorade and and
hydrate?
Aspirin?
We'll tell you how Powerade Zero tastes.
Right.
We'll do a Powerade Zero review.
Powerade Zeros. I don't do zero anything. So
you don't do Powerade Zero? Why not, man?
No, I don't do any zero. I'm all about 100%. I keep it on the 100.
All right.
If you know what that means, baby. You like my little ding-a-ling-a-ling? Yeah, baby. That's that perfect ice going down, baby.
Hold that up. Let me see that perfect ice. Oh, that's nice. That's clear. I can't even see anything in the glass. It's so clear.
I know, right? You can see some stuff, but it looks like cloudiness. I just got back from a big 9 holes of golf. And if you know who I am, I don't usually do much activity. Got a bad hip and stuff, so 9 holes is quite enough. So I came home and I was like, what do I got to drink? I was like, Canada Dry, lemon lime Gatorade, and bourbon. So I just threw it all. And it's actually not half bad, It's not one of the cocktails of the century like we had with Willie NASCAR, but it's all right.
What's the golf? Okay, so if I'm out on the golf course and I want to partake in a nice glass of whiskey, what's a good golfing whiskey? Because everybody drinks beer, right? But I'm sure there's a guy or two, some whiskey aficionado.
Yeah, usually do a
mixed drink.
Usually some strong stuff. You don't usually hang out with some mixing whiskeys. What's the point?
Oh, man.
So what are we doing today, man? What are we doing today?
There's a little bit of news. I mean, it's not the greatest news, but there's a little bit of news. There was we were discussing earlier a spirit distillery who makes whiskey, vodka, and gin, all the triple threat, is filing for bankruptcy. And I was asking you, had you ever heard of Careless Creek Red Sheep? Because it will be no more.
Careless Creek Red
Careless Creek Red Sheep.
Sorry, I missed that one. I do not know. I've never heard of it, and I will not claim that I heard of it.
It is the Montana Distillery's premier whiskey. It's their signature whiskey. It has a pleasant and forwardness and brushes with maple and vanilla notes.
I'm sure a lot of people in Montana drink it. Probably if you get more than 5 people, you're probably already over 50%.
Yeah, if you've had the pleasure of Careless Creek Red Sheep, Montana Distillery is going out of business. They are filing Chapter 11. Or Fallen Dove Gin. Fallen Dove Gin. It was a double.
What are they doing with their distillate?
I don't know. It didn't go into the bank. I didn't read the bankruptcy filing legal papers, as this is a part-time job. So, you want me to fully produce for the show, man? You got to pay me.
I do. You know, I'm expecting big things from the Hank Danger.
That's right.
You know, I'm gonna have to. I'm always on the lookout. So if anybody wants to be a guest host and can outperform Hank Danger here. It's going to be hard to outperform him from a sexiness, but you know you can outperform him from technical skills.
Wow, that hurts, man. That hurts.
I will say this: you can outperform me as much as you want to, but it's going to be hard to outperform me because you don't have my password and you won't be able to log in as Fat Guy Little Sips.
Just text me on the side; I'll give it to you. All right.
Dang, is it that easy? Jeez.
We do have a controversial second news story though. Controversial.
I'm ready for it.
This one was reported by Fox News about Jack Daniels.
Oh, okay.
This is this was only published or an update was published yesterday. I apologize. No, this was fully published last Thursday. So the Tennessee distiller is preemptively announcing it has ended its woke programs. It's DEI or diversity, equity, inclusion initiatives. It is ending that. So there will be no more employee executive bonuses tied to diversity, equity, and inclusion. Because it's cutting all its woke trainings.
Did they give a reason why? Did they?
Well, they don't want to be woke, man. I think that's the.
Well, I think they're probably claiming that they're already woke. You know, you can't just say, "Hey, let's not be woke." It's just more about, "Hey, we're not going to fully embrace the opposite of woke." You know what I'm saying? Like too woke.
I don't know. I did not know Jack Daniels had DEI incentives, right?
Most corporate facilities have that.
So it seems like somebody. Yeah, well, I think it seems like some news person was sniffing around and they preemptively said that they wanted to get ahead of the story, so they had gotten rid of all their diversity and inclusion strategies. So that begs the question. We saw what happened with Bud Light, right? Over the Bud Light marketing promotional strategies campaign, with the influencer and all. What's your thoughts on?
Right.
Would you ban if Jack Daniels was big into diversity and inclusivity into their hiring and promotion programs? Would you boycott Jack Daniels? I mean, what would that look like?
Boycott them for having it, or boycott them for not having it?
Let's say for having it. The story said they had it and they got rid of it.
Well, then shouldn't we have been boycotting for the last 5 to 10 years because they probably had it for that long?
Well, I think the gist of the story is they were going to out Jack Daniels for having these policies, right? And,
well, I mean, again, you could probably out 99% of most corporate America.
Okay, so I
mean, I guarantee you, I'm sure Anheuser-Busch still has a DEI. I mean, the issue wasn't the DEI knowledge; it was the content that they were trying to get across.
Well, think about it. I mean, what would if Jack Daniels became under fire from the public and people were boycotting them? I mean, would it be easier to get their 12-year? Would the prices come down? I'm all for boycotting Jack Daniels if that 12-year price will come down on the secondary market. Who's with me?
I mean,
I'm boycotting Jack Daniels. Let's start a petition. Because Because I need a bottle of 12-year. Daddy needs a bottle of 12-year.
I'm with you there, man.
Oh,
Daddy
man.
does need a 12. I'm gonna bring some down next week.
All right.
We'll finish whatever I have left.
What are you bringing? So if those
What do you want me to bring?
If those who are listening don't know, there are probably going to be some content taken next weekend in the distillery zone of around Nashville. We are Fat Guy, Little Sips, and Hank Danger are teaming up to hit a couple distilleries and
on location.
On location. So the question is,
Go ahead. I was going to say we're going to ask Jack about their DE&I policy.
Oh, I'm gonna march in with a sign like boycott Jack Daniels.
I will spread this
12-year.
knowledge to all my users unless you give me a 12-year.
Exactly. If you don't give me a 12, I will stand down for one bottle of 12-year. So what? So you got a whiskey weekend with the guys. What do you bring to a weekend dedicated to whiskey tours and obtaining some of the harder to get, nicer whiskeys? What do you bring to the party?
Well, I would say that you want to probably bring one or two of your best, and then you just want to leave room for your suitcase, for your package, and all that to bring everything else home.
You only bring one or two of your best. You don't bring, maybe a best, two mid ranges, and one running whiskey. Run something to.
I mean,
it's 4 whole days, man. It's 4 whole days.
Yeah, but if you're sitting there thinking about bringing mid range, if you're sitting there just drinking, bringing something to drink, you can just buy that there. You don't have to bring it with you.
Fair.
So I think you need to bring like one or two that people don't have, and then go from there.
All right. Worst case, every county has a goody goody. You get the finest.
Maybe in Texas, not in Tennessee.
No. It'll be fun either way, man. We'll do one more. We got to figure out what we're going to drink next week. I don't know, man.
What are we drinking this week?
This week, let me hold it up.
This week on Fat Guy, Little Sips.
We have a gorgeous bottle of 1792 Full Proof.
And
1792 Full Proof.
Now, if you look at that gold label there, you can see that's a store pick. Where's the store pick from for you?
This is from Memphis, or outside Millington, and it's called Caesars, outside Millington.
All right. Well, mine's also a full proof, and I think it's the Fine Wine and Good Spirits for this year's. So it doesn't have a gold sticker like yours does, but I mean, just it's statewide, so they don't really give a shit probably.
All right. Well, let's crack
but
it
I
open,
heard
man.
good things about it.
Oh, you haven't had it?
Good things.
You haven't had it yet?
No, I just twisted off the plastic.
Oh, this may be one of our first. We opened the bottle together, except for the ones the on the road show in Houston we did.
That's true.
Oh, you gotta get that pop. Gotta get that pop.
Mine didn't pop too good. I was very kind of.
You don't know how to open a whiskey bottle, man.
I think you have to angle it so it makes a big pop.
No, it's kind of like King Arthur and the sword, man. You gotta be the chosen one. And if you're chosen, ooh,
that's a little extra.
All right, I'm excited. I've been holding on to this for a while.
Now I will say this: if you look at this, the shape of the bottle, what's it remind you of?
Oh shoot! I poured in the wrong glass. Hold on. The shape of the bottle, it looks like a.
Looks like good color.
Kind of like a Transformer from 1986.
I was talking about what other kind of whiskey.
Wait, the whiskey bottle. Wait, what? The color of the whiskey? Oh, I thought you said the bottle. What did the bottle look like?
The bottle. What kind of what bottle does this look similar to?
I don't know, man. What bottle does it look similar to? Oh, Woodford Reserve?
No.
Kinda.
I was gonna say
Well, if I guess it right, you still got to say you're right, but I was talking about this. Give me some.
No, it does not look like Woodford Reserve. No. I was going to say, it looks kind of like your favorite, Lucky 7.
Ooh, it's not made by the same people, is it?
Well,
Who makes 1792?
Barton.
Barton, okay. How is
Which
very
is
old?
in
I've never
Bardstown.
had very. Oh, Barton is Bardstown.
No, I think it's another place in Bardstown.
Okay, good.
And I think when we looked at Lucky 7, it said it was in Bardstown. So a lot of people said it's actually 17. It's Barton, which is this. So this is supposedly the original distillate of, the Lucky 7, or some people say. So you might actually enjoy this.
Ooh, all right. Let's nose it. It's got a strong.
Definitely get that
strong nose.
that little leather, that little oak in the background, right? You get some leather.
I'm more tobacco.
Ooh, I was gonna say tobacco, but you always
underneath the strong. There's a little bit of tobacco in the background.
Like somebody's like puffing a little like a little pipe smoke.
Yeah, a little pipe. Yeah, pipe tobacco. No, that's nice.
Yeah.
It's good.
I'm with you. So,
all right, let's do it. Clear
that's a pleasant nose, though, don't you think?
It's very succinct. You know what I'm saying? It's not all over the place. It's not too sterilely. It's kind of like it's got a little sterility, but it's on top of that tobacco in the back. It's nice. It's a very effective nose.
The legs are not that thick oil wise, but you can see a little bit. Do you see some oiliness in the legs? If you kind of spin it sideways, or swirl it like a wine. Do you see how it like kind of drips down a little bit? That's like the fatty acid, supposedly.
No.
Do you see any of those?
I saw one, but I'm kind of putting my glass in. There we go. Oh, I see it.
Yeah. Just a little. I mean, it's some you actually see, and you're like, oh wow, that's like thick. You know what I'm saying?
It's cool. All right, let's try it. Oh. 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 Hot tour.
Oh, come on now. We're not going viral with that.
That was a low. Yeah. That's how we go viral, man.
I don't want to know, Paul. Sorry.
I steal directly from TikTok. That was interesting. So, I mean, if I smelt tobacco before, it is very chocolatey tobacco. It's very chocolatey tobacco.
Chocolatey, okay.
It's got a thing like that's the aftertaste, not the actual when it's on your palate, but like the aftertaste, rubbing it around with your tongue. Oh, that's a Nestle 100 grand, man. That's some chocolate.
Come on now, you really think it's that much? That's crazy.
It's like coating, like it's more chocolatey than sugary, which is it's interesting.
I could, but it's not like a milk chocolate, is it? It's not like super sweet. You know what I'm saying?
It's not super sweet. It's more like a dark chocolate without the sweetness. Like,
right.
It's got like a little leather. Oh man, it's got some character. It's very very woody. Not like oaky tasting, but in my mouth it feels like I'm like it's a 1980s wood paneling. You know, it's very.
I'm hearing you. I just swished up with some water because I had I had that concoction earlier, and it was kind of dulling my palate. But I swished out with water, and it kind of made it pop a little bit.
That's a very dark drink, man. Man, that's saddle leather.
I mean, it's a man's drink. It's not like it's what you're going to drink. It's not like I don't think it's a mixing whiskey. You don't want to
No, why would you want to ruin this personality? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you take away? I'm hearing you. You know.
So you dig it, huh?
You know, it's got a very and I'm not talking about the sweetness of it, but it's got a very Canadian whiskey smoothness to it. Like it's very smooth. I'm not talking about sweet. I'm not talking about Canadian whiskey, but like it's just kind of a blended. It's got a very weird blended smoothness to as dark as it is. I don't know.
Okay.
It's got a very interesting palate. Very interesting palate. No, let me try this after.
Drop a little drop of water in there after that second one. See what you get.
Let me get one more aftertaste burst.
Yeah, that's fine.
To test
you got a whole barrel. You got a whole bottle. You can take as much as you want.
It is Monday. You gotta be cool. Whew, man.
I'll say this: the more you drink it, the better it gets.
Oh.
It's hitting that tongue in all kinds of different spots, and like I don't know, like each time I drink it, I get a little something different. You know what I'm saying? It's
a little rough rough on the back end, man. It's a hair rough.
It does have a little roughness. But you got to think it is. It was only like $45. It wasn't like like $100 or something. So for a full proof being $145, it's like a little over, benchmark full proof. So it shouldn't be the smoothest thing in the world.
Benchmark full proof's only like $20, man. 22.
That's 26. What I'm saying. It's like a jump up. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the next step up from benchmark.
You're too busy to equate I can't do that. I can't equate how much a whiskey is to how it should taste because there's so many expensive whiskeys that taste like shit. You know what I'm saying? So
No. I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying that you can't be sitting there expecting it to be everything. So I'm saying it at like a entry point of $45. It's going to have some pros and cons. It's not going to be like, oh my God, I can't find a fault. Oh my God, well.
Wait, you don't think there's a $45 whiskey that hits it all?
We did Wild Turkey Rare Breed, didn't we? Didn't you like that?
Right. So what is this expectation that if I pay X amount of dollars, I'm willing to compromise, a couple some points?
I'm not saying you compromise. It's more about, what are you looking for? Because again, it doesn't have everything. You know what I'm saying? Like there's not much sweetness on this. Do you agree with that?
Oh yeah, no, not at all.
But when it goes in the mouth, it is very smooth. It hits all the flavors. It sparkles. I'm like, oh yeah, that's really good. And then like you said, it starts to kind of come down and do the hug, and it's like, ooh, that's a little more harsh or a little more burn than I want. But then it settles back out, and it's like a little ride, So am I expecting everything to be perfect? No, but the points that it's excelling at, and that's what you focus on. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
I don't necessarily agree with you. I think there's good whiskey at all price points, and if you can make a good whiskey at $20, then why wouldn't I not? A perfect whiskey at $20, $25. I can name a couple. Why would you not expect a good whiskey at?
I'm not saying this is not a good whiskey. I'm saying that it's not perfect in every realm. You know what I'm saying?
But just because you have a $150 bottle in your hand doesn't mean you're going to get that perfection. Is my point. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. But you're not. You're going to focus on what you like. You're not going to focus on what you don't like.
Right, and you're going to do that at every price point.
Us as critiquers are going to sit there and go, okay, that's the one bad thing, or oh, that could be a little better. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing's going to be perfect, right? So what I'm saying is, even your best whiskey, you're going to go, all right, this is good, this is good, this is good, this is great, whatever. But you're going to go, this is where I could work on. And that's what I'm saying. Is it harsh? I wouldn't go so far as to call it harsh, but it was like, that's a little extra. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a detractor from me, but I could see what you're saying.
The way you said it is don't expect too much for $42.95, right? If you had paid $65 and it still had that same level of harsh with all the other characteristics, then it might not be worth it. You know what I'm saying? Which to me isn't isn't true, because that whiskey at $65 could suck worse than this whiskey at $40. So I think I think there's good whiskeys at all price points. I'm not one to say it's lacking in X because it's only X amount of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like
I hear you. I was just trying to say that, like, I mean, there's certain things that it can't do because of the price point. That's what I'm saying.
Why can't it? Like why does it have to have an outrageous, like a 3-year-old on cocaine in the back of your throat type of burn because it's $42?
No, I'm not trying to say that. I'm just
That's what you're saying, right?
No, yeah, I think you're misunderstanding. Because what I'm trying to say is, like, a whiskey is always going to have its faults, right? Is it going to be, is it the type of wood? Is it going to be aged long enough? Is it going to be the right climate that it was in? So, like, nothing is going to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? And, like, for example, the more time you spend in it, the more, again, if you're sitting there and you're aging it for 18 to 20 years, you're going to get all these different things. Now, again, some people don't like that because it's too oaky or it's too whatever. But my point is, you can't, like, there's limitations because of the price point. It's probably not a 10-year-old whiskey. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
That's what I'm saying. Because of the price point and it's full proof. So guess what? It's probably a little less as far as the age. So you're going to have a little detractor on this, and this. But other things could be bumped up. Like maybe they use different wood. Maybe they put it on a different floor and all this kind of stuff to give a different flavors to detract from, maybe the age. Again, I don't know what it is. But there's certain things that you can't just go, hey, this is a $40 whiskey, but guess what? It's 20 years old, it's this, and it's using the best blue corn from the best, organic farms, blah, blah, blah. And there's going to be, resources that you have to spend, and you have to spend wisely. I think they spend wisely by doing what they did. That's all I'm saying.
All right, man.
You feel me?
I'm with you. I just don't like, I don't like, the only thing I don't like about drinking nicer whiskey than, because I have a buddy of mine who I saw Saturday. It was just, I try to explain to him, what buying good quality whiskey, the difference between drinking good quality whiskey versus not, and why would you spend a little bit extra money? I just don't agree with the theory that, if it's $200, it's going to be a good bottle of whiskey, or if it's $40, it can't be a great bottle of whiskey.
I'm saying that the reason certain things are $200 versus certain things are $100, for example, is because of certain things decisions they made. You know what I'm saying? Like Barton is a pretty big distillery. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Wild Turkey and Jack Daniels. So they can make quality whiskey at lower prices because they're putting out so much volume. Now you go to this other smaller distillery, and maybe theirs is $100 and it's only 2 years old and this, that, and the other, but they got all these other expenses. So, you know what I'm saying?
And I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
They're restricting themselves.
Yeah, that they do different things to make up for it, and the way they flavor, the flavor profile and such. I'm with you.
Right. But I think the bigger joints like Wild Turkey, like Barton, Buffalo Trace, and all that, they can get by and go with a lower price and still get better quality. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you went to just a regular distillery and, a local distillery that's not, like, excellent, because there's some good local distilleries that are excellent, you know what I'm saying, that are, like, top-notch. But just one that's just bar road, middle, medium of the road, like, okay, it's pretty good. But they're not going to be able to produce the same thing for $42. They're going to be like, well, I got this, I got that, I got payroll, I got,
I know, and they're going to charge. They're going to charge $100. They're going to charge $100 for that same bottle that another distillery with high volume.
Probably 80, but yeah.
Well, that begs the question: is it worth it going to these small distilleries, that are in these niche, these cool little distilleries, buying this $100 bottle, which, if Barton bought the distillery and made it in volume, it would be better, or it'd be $40.
True, but I think that's where you find the gems, like, you know what I'm saying? Like where you're sitting there going, oh, they did this and, they weren't thinking about this and I like this. I like the way they're doing it. Maybe it's the distiller, maybe it's the taster, maybe it's whatever it is. They can have some kind of advantage that if you're not sitting there thinking or watching them, then you're not going to be, giving them a chance. Now, am I saying just go out and buy all these local distilleries? No. But if you're just in the area, go ahead and go on a taste trip. A taste trip's what? Like it's probably like $15. You get to try like 4 of their best things and then you can decide if you like it or not. Like when we went to Old Dominic, it was like there was some good stuff in there, but it was a pretty new store and it was like, this seems like they're trying to be like, for example, it was a Tennessee whiskey. So it was like, okay, this is like their version of Jack Daniels. It wasn't as good, but I could see that, I could see what they're going with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And while we were there at the tour, you could sit there and you could see the column that they were sending through with the charcoal. It was like, it was only like a foot or two, where like Jack Daniels is like, I don't know, a lot longer run as far as the filtration charcoal. So they're getting more, spirit from it. You know what I'm saying?
What's a smaller? Okay, so we all know my answer. Lucky 7. Give me. What's a smaller 88 known brand? Maybe not a smaller brand, but a smaller known brand.
Lucky 7 is not small. That's what I'm saying. They buy a big whiskey and they just put their label on it.
Why can't I never find their stuff, man? Like they have like multiple. They have 6 or 7 or 8 different types of whiskey, and maybe if you're lucky, a store might have one. Randomly, you might have a store that has 4 or 5, but they're it's hard to find if they're
I can see
if they're
your point,
big
but
whiskey,
I mean, I wouldn't say that they're a big whiskey. What I'm saying is they are a small whiskey. Their quantity is small. They are sought after, all this kind of stuff. But they're not doing anything extra because they're just buying somebody else's liquid and saying, okay, let's put our label on it. Let's put our marketing on it. Let's age it in, I don't know where it is, Nevada, California, wherever it is. I forget. But you see what I'm saying? So all they're doing is aging it.
Lucky 7's not made by elves in whiskey land? No.
Well, maybe the holiday toast is.
The holiday toast it is, man. Yeah, don't tell me I'm just buying used whiskey. Lucky 7's. I'm gonna get the proprietor when we go out. I'm gonna bring y'all the proprietor next weekend.
Well, I did look online, and there's a proprietor like
$110?
6 to 7 years, and then there's a proprietor like 14 to 15 years. So that's what I'm saying. You have to.
I saw the 100. I think whatever the $110 bottle one.
No, it doesn't matter. It's the dollar amount is how much the store that bought the bottle from Lucky 7 wants to charge you for it.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw it again the other day in Dallas here in that liquor store by my house. So.
All right.
So what do we call?
Go ahead and give this.
What are we calling this one?
Let's give this a rating. Why don't you go ahead?
Solid nose, but nothing. So out of 5. Woo. God, I'm gonna rate that burn. It's not gonna be pretty. Nose solid, nothing untoward. I do like after sniffing it for a second, it took. You could smell the smell behind that strong alcohol smell. Very focused. Right. If 5 is perfect. 4 is really good. I mean, we're 3.9. 3.9. I dig it.
I'm with you. I'll go 3.8 on the smell because, like you said, a lot of people, kind of gravitate towards the sweet smells, the caramel smells, the vanilla, butterscotch, and that's not this. This is more of a hey, I'm your man's whiskey. I just I'm sitting down having a smoke, doing a cigar or whatever, just relaxing, and it's good. It smells good. It smells like what I think I would want to smell like. You know what I'm saying? Like I do. Like for my birthday, I think it was maybe 2 years ago, I got some soap. It was whiskey soap. And it smells like this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, baby, I smell like whiskey.
Whiskey soap? What's whiskey soap?
That's what this smells like. You know what I'm saying?
What is whiskey soap? Like
Well,
soap. Okay, like actual body wash.
Yeah. Like,
Oh my
god.
Okay.
It was a big ass bar. It was a big ass bar of soap.
We got to review that. We're gonna take a shower and review that whiskey soap.
Hey, that's for our OnlyFans.
That's the OnlyFans. Oh, damn! Let's do an OnlyFans, man. We'll review whiskey condoms, whiskey soap. You know.
Hey now, let's. I don't know how much you've had, but stop right there.
I'm just playing, of course. I always click. Kids can listen and watch this show accordingly, so we better stop that kind of talk.
I think taste wise, I'm gonna go 3.8 on the taste. It's really surprising. I wasn't expecting this amount of flavor, this amount of explosion on what I was looking at. I mean, it sits there for a good 20, 30 seconds. It's not like the longest burn finish. And like you said, it does have a little harshness. So, I mean, I'd probably ding the finish a little bit, but I'll let you go ahead and tell me the taste. What you think, taste-wise?
All right. I mean, are we? Don't we grade the harshness separate, or is this just palate? We're talking just palate. Or are we talking?
No. This is palate. The finish is the last thing.
Yeah, I'm not going to take away from. I'm not going to take away points from the palate. I will take away points for the finish, based on our last conversation. But God, that is a good nose. I might bump it up to a 3.95. So I like the personality.
3.9 is the nose.
I know. I'm just kidding.
All right.
I like the personality. You know what I like? I like it gives a little bit of sugar, but is not too over sugary. You know what I'm saying? My teeth and tongue don't feel overly coated, but I can taste that sugar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of dig that.
I can feel what you're saying, because I'm sitting here going, I didn't really taste any sugar. It wasn't like the predominant blend.
But it's there. It's there.
Now my teeth are hurting.
There is some definite sugar. I think it's got a good personality. It's a good manly drink. It's chocolatey. It's tobacco and pipe tobacco and chocolate, man.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not gonna take. I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a full 4 for the taste.
Whoa.
A full 4.
Snap.
It's one of those. It's one of those I would want to drink again for the if I looked at all the things I've drank in the last 6 months, 7-8 months, I'd choose it, but just for taste alone. If I was looking at things I wanted to re-drink for taste alone, it'd be top 5 to 7, or 7, top 7.
Right.
I'd be number 7, but I would drink it for. I'm not going to disparage the taste just because.
No, I like what I forget what I gave.
It's unique.
Yeah,
it's got it's one. It's more unique of a drink than we've had in the last month or two. So last month.
I don't know. You're gonna have to go back and look. I think we had some good ones, man.
We had some
bangers.
We've had
some bangers.
We've had some good ones, but from a taste perspective, this one's pretty unique. I'm digging its character. I'm digging its character. I'm digging its character.
All right, now you can go ahead and do the finish. What you think on the finish?
2.9. That is
2.9. I got 3.2 on the finish, because I think, and we talked about it. I think it's not the longest finish. So like right now, I think I need to refresh my palate because it's gone. But it does have a little harshness back at the back end.
It's it's unruly. It's a little wild. It's a little too wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the same burn every time. I feel like it's it burns this side, and then it burns this side on the next drink, and then it's just the lower stomach. Like, it doesn't. There's no consistency, and it's just the Wild West from a burn perspective, from a hug perspective.
I hear you.
I don't.
Go ahead and take another big hit, and while it's sitting on your tongue, just breathe in and out of your mouth.
Okay.
Does it sparkle that mouth flavor?
Oh. It didn't sparkle on my tongue, but it sparkled under my tongue.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
But I know what you're saying. Oh, it was under the tongue. I don't know, man. It's
I like it.
It's got personality, and I give it. I'm putting it in the top. I'm gonna go top 10.
Okay.
I'm gonna put in the top 10 as in recent memory of some I drink. I like the personality. I mean, I'm a big personality guy. I like the personality of it. It's got personality. It's got its own thing
That's
going.
Cool.
It's not.
No, I'm with you. And like uniqueness, I think it's pretty unique from what I've been getting. A lot of people keep putting out the same caramel, vanilla, da 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 da, because
Right,
want
and it's not. It is.
And I like this, so I'm gonna go 3.
Yeah, it is. If you do not if you want the anti-sweet drink, and you want some personality, a little smoky, a little tobacco-y chocolate, I dig it, man.
I bet you, I talked about it earlier about probably not being good in a cocktail. I bet you it would hold up really good in the old fashioned. You know what I'm saying? Like a chocolate old fashioned.
Man, I had a lot of old fashions last week at work events in the.
Were they any good though?
Man, they were pretty good. I can't remember which rye I asked for. It was there was one with bullet rye that was pretty good. I think I asked for bullet rye, and then there was one with whistle pig rye. Or whistle pig.
I'm not a huge fan of whistle pig.
We got to do whistle pig, man. I had it. I had it a couple months ago. It was.
I had it. It's not. I'm not a huge fan. The only thing I like about whistle pig, have you seen the?
It's a very hip. It's the new hip whiskey, man. It's the new hip whiskey. Everybody.
Okay, so here it is. So check this shit out, man. This is like Trump's stopper right here, dog.
What is it?
You don't see it?
Bring it down to the camera. My camera. Oh, nice! It's got the red, white, and blue hat. That's a pretty cool. That's a pretty cool. That's a pretty cool stopper, man.
Oink, oink, oink. So I'm gonna bring that this week. What do you think?
All right, no. With your
And I got another
whiskey.
one. I got another one from Smoke Wagon. It's like a pistol.
Oh, you show me that one.
Yeah. It's kind of cool.
What about uniqueness, man? Last call. We're doing last call.
Uniqueness.
Well,
I already gave you
no, we didn't. What we did?
I said 3.8. You didn't give uniqueness.
I do 3.9.
Okay.
But
oh, look at you hitting that 1792, baby.
Yeah, one more drink. It's the last call, man. Last call, everybody. So if you're drinking with us,
last call for alcohol.
Is there should be a standard operating procedure with those who listen to us on Spotify. As you relax on a Friday night and open up a bottle of whiskey, you should be choosing the whiskey that we're reviewing. So you should be, I think the standard protocol is for everybody to sit with a bottle of whatever we're reviewing and drink with us, right?
Definitely should be drinking with us, but I mean, I think they should be drinking whatever they have, and they should give us suggestions on, hey, I like your review of 1792, but hey, you should try, I don't know, Montana's Blue Creek River.
The first person to make to comment in Spotify and suggest what we should drink next week, we will make sure we get it and have it ready for next week's episode.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you have made it 43 minutes into the where are we at? 46. If you have made it 46 minutes into this podcast, and you are and you hear this and you write a comment, sir, we will buy that alcohol and give you a review of it. So just tell us what you want.
You do have to realize that your 46 minutes is probably like 43 because there are some edits.
Oh yeah, we got to. Yeah, Billy said some things which.
Yeah, man, I ain't down with that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, literally for about 22 minutes in, we just started playing "Forget About Dre" by Dr. Dre, and we got to edit that out.
That's right, man.
All right, cool, man. Well,
hey, you want to? I told my family to do a what is it? A challenge. You want to get in on the challenge?
What's the challenge?
All right. So you have to be thinking like me.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So you need to pick one song every year for every year of my life.
Oh, is this because your birthday's coming up next week?
Right. And the other issue is that you can't repeat artists.
Okay, so we need a song for every year of your life. Can't repeat artists, and put it on a playlist. Is that the birthday present?
Put it on a playlist, and then I'll compare it to my playlist and see how close you come.
So are these songs that you would enjoy necessarily?
Things that I would enjoy or would hearken back to the day. You know? Like, oh man, I remember back in 1994.
The Crow soundtrack, Big Empty by Stone Temple Pilots, buddy. Yeah.
But you get my point. You know what I'm saying? So, so if you want to go ahead and do that in the, in your soft time, go ahead.
I mean, I'm already choosing 1994's the Crow soundtrack, Big Empty by Stone Temple Pilots.
Well, I'll say this: I don't think that'll be on there because I don't even remember the song. I mean, I'm sure like if you
don't.
It,
okay,
like,
guys.
all
right. Let me tell you a little story about growing up with Fat Guy Little Sips here. I remember. Oh, you're gonna hate me, man. So I remember this gentleman over here on the camera, and
it is 1792.
It's right. So he would put, dude, I remember this clearly. You would put on headphones, all right?
That's right.
You would listen to a song and he would listen. I remember him doing this with the Big Empty by Stone Temple Pilots from the Crow soundtrack CD you had. You'd put the headphones on, and then record yourself singing the song.
No.
Yeah, man.
Bullshit, man.
I'd give anything for those tapes, man. No, you want
proof of that.
Dude, vividly. I remember that vividly. You putting the headphones on, and so I'm standing next to you. There's no music, and you're just like, forward yesterday. Like you're singing at the top of your top of your lungs to the music to see if you were like a good singer, right? Recording it onto a cassette. It was pretty funny, man.
Well, I'll say this: I'm not a good singer. I did realize that at a young age. It did take some experiments to realize that.
We're giving too much personal information on a podcast.
No.
We're gonna have to edit all this out.
All right, edit that.
All right,
cut.
Yeah, start here, man. Okay, I'm telling the story. I just finished telling the story about you singing in the headphones. All right, it was a good time, man. It was fun to listen to you sing. Anyway, let's.
Yeah, and again, like I said, maybe. On top of this challenge that we're doing, we can also do a karaoke challenge, because, I think I could do, Mr. Big,
I just want to be with you. There we go.
Yeah, that's.
You think you can do that karaoke, Mr. Big?
Yeah.
All I want
I
to
do.
be with you. That one.
I don't know why, but for some reason, I was singing in the car one day, and this is a shout out to my brother Mike, who probably doesn't listen to these.
Oh, he does.
But he made me feel good one day. I was sitting in the car, and again, like you said, I'm an idiot. I'm going to sing anything I'm hearing, right? And I'm sitting there going, whatever. I'm singing. That's not how I was singing, but it was just
probably how you're singing, but okay.
Reenactment. And my brother looks over and goes, man, that was good. You good, man. And I was like, oh, shit, I was good? And so, to this day, because, whatever, that song was probably, 25 years ago, something like that. I mean, it's like a long time ago. To this day, I think that's the one song I can sing.
Oh, it's on, man. We're Mr. Big. All I want to be with, I want to be with you. All right.
That's right. That dude with the long hair,
Oh, buddy, I was there in '91. I know the song.
Let me see your hair. Do you have any?
Oh. I wear headphones, man.
I'm just messing with you. I did shorten up the hair a little bit. I don't know. How's the fans like it? A little better or no?
Well, I don't know. Take your shirt off. Let's have a. Let's do the whole.
No, I'm not gonna do that. No.
All right, that's our cue, man.
Shots of 1792.
All right, we got a couple edits to make tonight, but other than that, it was a good night.
All right,
we reviewed a good whiskey, which is nice.
You know, I'm
I'm gonna definitely put this as a recommend. It's top 10, 15 whiskeys I've had in recently, so I'm kind of excited.
All
right.
I'm definitely a recommend as well. And next time on Fat Guy Little Sips, we're going to get into a little more in-depth understanding of my man Hank Danger. I'm going to do a in-depth interview on his life-changing moments.
The problem is you probably know about 40% of them, and that's where I worry. That's the dark side of growing up with you, man.
The reason I say this is somebody I know like has a channel as well, and like I'm like, this shit is deep.
Did he go deep?
It's like sitting there. I mean, I'm sitting there going, every time I see a video, it's sitting there going, there was a divorce, there was addiction, there was drugs, there was murder, and somehow I made it out on the other end. And you're sitting there going, what the hell?
Well, we should do that.
Every week he's got somebody that's about to kill himself or something. And it's like, where is the drama? I don't understand. How do you know this many people that have issues?
Oh, I've got issues, man. If you want to go into it, man, all right. Let's.
All right. We're going to do that next week on Fat Guy Little Sips.
All right, man. So
anyways,
Hank Danger's emotional issues next week.
That's right. Hank Danger's emotional issues. Part 1.
I'm excited. And then the second half of the episode will just be us repeating. We'll put it on a repeat. But Billy Fat Guy just singing that song, "Big Empty" from Stone Temple Pilots over and over again. Well, I've got the tape. I'm gonna have
to get back into that. You got the tape?
I've got the tape. All right. Anyway,
man. I had a really good night. 1792 good again, and
1792.
I'm out. Remember, drink responsibly, love your family, love your friends, and love your Hank Dangers.
Hank Danger. Talk to you guys later.
Peace. And I got video.
I got video too.
So I'm ready.
All right. Do we sing the music? Like what's the protocol here?
However you want to do it, man. It's your world.
How's the intro?
It's your world. It's now or never. I don't want to live forever.
It's my life, man.
Whatever.
Wrong one. All right, are we ready?
All good.
3.
I think we're ready.
Oh, we're gonna edit this out, right?
I hope so.
First edit.
You're the one editing.
Hold on. First edit at 5 minutes and 8 seconds. Let's record that.
Now I'll say this. I think I forget what it was. I think I did the last video, and I left the part in where my wife was coming downstairs, and I was like, "Oh hey, da da da," and then I like watched it, and I was like, "Oh crap!" And I went back in and took it out. So if you're a frequent user of our channel,
you gotta listen to it right after it's posted. Right after it's posted. Right. Because God knows what we leave in.
Up and at it, baby.
For Jack Daniels.
Well, there went my headphone, so give me a second. I'm back.
Another edit.